Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Subramaniam Maslamani. I am a Tamil. Today my topic is, what will it take to unite the Tamil community under one constitution? The Sinhalese in Sri Lanka have nothing to give the Tamils, and the Tamils have nothing to gain from the Sinhalese in Sri Lanka. Mahinda Rajapaksa is an incompetent criminal who has acquired the omnipotence of a national constitution. What a combination and what a coincidence. Incompetence married omnipotence. Now he is a criminal with the power of a nation. Tamils, on the other hand, are a community of people who have the inner capacity, strength, character, culture, resolve, and uncompromising determination of a world class of people. We saw such a mindset among the Japanese enduring the earthquake, resultant tsunami, and the nuclear disaster. They are one of the greatest people on earth. The answer to the above question of what will it take to unite the Tamil community lies in the question itself. What we need is an impeccable and almost perfect constitution or a written set of moral code of ethics to unite the Tamils. Our primary task at World Class Tamil is to unite the community under one constitution. That is our primary and prime duty and our most important and urgent mission. The feudalistic concept of one-man leadership is incapable of delivering the diverse needs of people, and hence it is obsolete. We have to replace one-man leadership with the common will of the entire people. It is possible to produce such a constitution that can satisfy the wish of every citizen. It can be done by incorporating everyone's wish as the wish of every citizen of the state, and that way we can produce an all-satisfying constitution. We need a non-man leadership, and it can be best done by writing a constitution similar to the one in USA, where the ultimate power is spread among several institutions. Several institutions with one keeping a watch on the other. There are built-in safety mechanisms. Knowing men as they are, trusting them with a flickering mind that wavers with the waves and the wind, is not the best way to hand over people's power to one man. Power corrupts. So let us be conservatives and liberals. The top people must be executive officers with limited powers or powers shared by several people. The judiciary must be completely independent. So then, we had to come up with a set of covenants, articles and conditions that will satisfy every Tamil. We are going to give our Tamils, especially the leaders, a compelling constitution that removes all living persons from being a superior or a leader and make them all equal, both leaders and citizens alike. Like the American Constitution, where the president has no more rights and privileges than any other ordinary citizen. It is in producing a constitution that empowers people, every one of them, that we can hope to create a unified, vibrant, prosperous and productive nation of Tamil people. It is the absence of an equitable constitution that is hampering our unity among Tamils. A constitution is one way a man can extend his powers and empower him to perform beyond his natural and limited powers. A constitution grants artificial powers to a man where there is natural and inborn limits to his performance. Tamils are pushing selfishly to improve themselves, but then there are limits to which human capacity can stretch like a rubber band. It stretches rubber band. The easiest and most efficient and effective way is through a joint mechanism. Tamils make great professionals and intellectuals, but poor synthesizers of cooperation and corporations. The constitution for Tamils must be such that it should prevent future conflicts. Every time we see or experience of internal strife, one could see the causes of the conflict in the constitution being not equitable. Therefore, let us learn from the past experience and produce an impeccable constitution. We Tamils are endowed with the responsibility to produce a constitution that will be the landmark for future reference for the other nations. let us be the modern day Greeks. It is not the leaders that are hampering the unifying process. They have 0 calories without the popular support of the people. And it is the people who support the leaders that make them stubborn and impervious to reasoning. It is the indifferent people and the indignant leaders that make nations fail. People must participate and leaders must practice what is good for the people. It is my own self-preservation that I must commit a selfless act of forming a union. So our primary target is the Tamil layman, who has to be educated on how to estimate and justify a self-proclaiming leader who wants to lead the community. Are they naive or nascent or narcissistic? The Tamil people must become community-minded people and know what their objectives are. Otherwise, they will support anyone who is sweet-talking with empty calories. That is not good for the community. Tamil people want freedom, so that is not a contradicting factor here. Tamil people must become politically savvy and seek out the participation in the overall welfare of the community. We already have the trait in us, but we must extend it to the greater community. Freedom and democracy are orphans without our guardianship and guidance. People must participate to safeguard their own rights. Democracy is an innocent virgin who can be easily abducted by nefarious characters and spoiled. Constant vigilance is a responsibility in return for the benefit of freedom, unity and dignity. We as Tamils must sit back and ask ourselves, what can our leaders do for the community? Is he genuine about it? See if he has the ship under control, sails up, rudder at hand, map in front, and navigate in the right direction. Okay, we'll say that he is genuine. Next question is, has he got the courage and charisma to take the struggle forward? Okay, he has the courage and charisma. But has he got the guts to do it? Is he physically fit to lead the struggle? This struggle is not for the faint-hearted. Has the leader got the knowledge, intellect, wisdom, and the capacity to analyze and articulate? Has he got the intellect that is welcome and cherished by other leaders? Who among us will satisfy these conditions? Therefore, we have to have a leadership selection process which will discard the weak and the meek and select the strong and the willing. The captain of the ship has to be in good health. Please keep all your emotions out of this. It is a physically, mentally, and emotionally challenging job. So it is not for the faint-hearted and the weak-willed person. The leader must have faith-based convictions, unshakable commitments, and clear conscience. Nature has a way of eliminating the weak, select the best, and then fertilize the strong to produce the stronger. That's the right thing to do. It's Charles Darwin in action. Leave the pasties at home. We Tamils have a tendency to patronize people based on compassion. Yes, we need compassion, but electing a leader based on compassion alone will not help the ship to triumph the tempest. The ship to triumph the tempest. I can understand the head of a place of worship where you have people who are looking for mercy of the unknown and unseen. But politics is a deadly game. Politicians are a special breed of people who are very competitive and will go to any extent to eliminate all and every opponent. We don't need that in the place. We don't do that in the place of worship. So keep only a small portion of religion in politics. Let us select a leader who is strong, shrewd, and heat-seeking in very many ways. What we need is a community that is intelligent in very many disciplines, not just in arts and sciences. So then, the idea is to come up with a constitution that is almost perfect, so that everyone wants to belong, participate, and obey the constitution. Nobody wants to break a decree that is good for all. I'm going to quote a certain paragraph from the Social Contract by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. The conditions of association to form a government will be the same for all. There are neither majority nor minority, and the condition will be the same for all. And precisely because they are same for all, It is in no one's interest to make the government onerous for the other. For whatever one makes it onerous to other will be onerous to the one who made it. This way we have an equitable, participatory and perpetual democracy. Basically speaking, ownership and tacit crafty slavery of people will and must come to an end. The Constitution is the supreme head of the nation, and all living and corporate persons are under the force of this supreme will of the people. Hence no one is above the law. Therefore, I ask the true, genuine, intelligent, courageous and capable leaders among Tamils to stand up. Others may remain seated. The social pact, or the essence of unity. Man is an animal, a weak animal compared to the rest of the animal kingdom. If that is the case and a fact, we will reach a point where the obstacles and challenges to our preservation in a state of nature or on earth planet will prove greater than the strength each one of us has to preserve us within that state. At this point of realization, we cannot continue to live as selfish individuals or as tribal tiny groups. Therefore, we have to change our way of existence. We have to unite and combine our forces in the best way possible. Basically speaking, man is a social animal. It cannot exist in any other form. We Tamils must understand and accept this irrefutable fact. The Constitution is a way of pooling individuals to produce a sum greater than the sum of the individual forces. 1 plus 1 more than 2. Leave your mathematics at home. Since we cannot create new forces as individuals, but we can combine and control the forces we already have, the only way we can preserve ourselves is by uniting our separate powers, resources and knowledge in such a way to overcome any resistance or obstacles or dangers such as aggression or invasion from other forces or powers or tribes. Our strength, power and force will be proportional to the best possible way we combine our individual forces and powers under one constitution. I hope it is very clear to my Tamil brothers that we have to unite in number, in will and in resolve. We have to unite mathematically, numerically and metaphysically. If we do not unite in the best possible way, we are bound to perish. We are already far behind very many other cultures, and to reclaim our survivability, we must unite. This ability and propensity to unite will define our survivability of our culture. We have to become advanced social animals than secluded tribes. We have to become world-class Tamils and world-class people. I am very certain and confident that we Tamils can do it, for I see that we have a strong moral foundation and a never-ending energy for excellence. The setback in Sri Lanka is only a temporary. In fact, it was an eye-opener to many of us. I will continue this in the next video.